I'm Shaman.
Hey guys, I'm Yolanda.
we actually, as opposed to like what you and Giora did the other day,
Where we went through half of Facebook
right.
Live and we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. But we are actually co-founders of Harper Therapy.
We are.
We are each other's better half.
You're my better half and I'm your better
Yeah.
half? Okay.
Isn't that the way it works?
Yeah. Actually, that kind of discusses, or that kind of introduces what we want to talk about today.
I know.
Like what you did there.
There's a method to what I'm doing. Yeah.
Right. So today we want to talk about relationships, right?
Yeah.
And why are they so important?
Why are they important?
I don't know.
It's not a rhetorical question. We're here to share some thoughts.
So relationships are extremely important in our lives, and they literally touch every facet of our lives.
Everyone. Yeah.
You don't do anything without involving relationship at some level.
Some kind of relationship. Yeah.
Right. I mean, anything that involves more than one person.
Right.
Which is most of our life, right?
Yeah. By definition, that is what a relationship is. Actually, I mean, part of a relationship too is relationship with ourselves.
This is very true.
So, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. Today, what we're going to talk about are the other aspects of relationships in our lives, right?
Right. Every facet of our lives include relationships,
Right.
right? Whether that's, our significant others, that's our kids, our family
of origin.
right? Our friends, everything in life. We have coworkers, we have
There are social circles that we operate in, whether that be church, whether that be, for us as our kids were growing up, oftentimes our social circles and our friends would include parents of our kids' teammates.
right.
Sometimes, just those different areas, people at the gym.
Right. Yoga studio, gym, gymnastics, those
Right.
kids events, those swim teams, those whatever it is you're on that you're a parent of.
Yeah. And granted, some of these are deeper connections and deeper relationships than others, but regardless, relationships impact each and every level of our lives.
Right. I mean, whether you like it or not, relationships are part of life.
And we're talking about face-to-face relationships today, right? Because there are definitely the relationships that we have online, social media. We're on Facebook right now. We have plenty of friends on Facebook. But today what we're really talking about is those face-to-face connections and relationships that we have.
Right. And even though our relationships are like literally in every facet of our life, and they are something we participate in every day, day after day, and in everything we do almost, it doesn't necessarily make them easy.
No.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that there aren't times that they don't kind of go sideways or are very difficult.
Right. Or challenging. I mean, we all have challenging relationships. We all have challenging relationships we wish that we could make better.
Right. And for most of us, if there is something often a significant relationship that we have, it just kind of taints the rest of, our well-being and the rest of the other aspects of our lives.
So working on relationships is important.
Yeah. Focusing on spending time with, learning how to be better for ourselves in aspects and, coming to our relationships. All of that is super important.
And being intentional about relationships. And I think that was kind of our focus today was, how can we be more intentional about our relationships? How can we be more focused about our relationships? I mean, it's a new year. We're in 2020. It's a new whole decade. New year, new decade, new start.
Yeah. But let's start by saying, why are relationships important? Well, one, positive relationships, when things are going well, they help us deal with stress.
Right. And this is all science.
It is. There's research behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
So relationships help us deal with stress.
Yeah.
What else?
They help us live longer.
They help us live longer.
They help us
lives.
live healthier lives.
Healthier lives. They give us a greater sense of purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They actually kind of boost our confidence. Because when someone's in my camp and they're pulling for me and they're supporting me, that gives me the confidence to be the better me that I could be.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And another big one is that having solid relationships helps us to combat anxiety and depression. There's actually the newest levels of research in mental health and emotional well-being is just the towards the opposite of that. Like if we're isolated, if we're feeling lonely, then we have significantly higher levels of anxiety, depression, higher suicidality.
So I could say, you basically say any of those things that we just pointed out.
Right.
If your relationships are not healthy, it's the flip side, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, not having decent relationships, healthy relationships, good, positive relationships in our lives is detrimental.
It is
to our lives.
Yeah. Yeah. The opposite effects. But unfortunately, as in most things in life, we don't have user's manuals that we are issued in regards to our relationships. So sometimes, even giving it our best effort in the tools or our own natural abilities that we have learned along the way, still kind of falls short, right? And leaves for challenging interactions. So that is where getting some professional support and gaining some additional tools and gaining a level of emotional intelligence, because that is not something that we do well.
Right. Emotional intelligence it's so important in our lives and yet so overlooked in our lives, right? And when you meet someone that has like high emotional intelligence, and you're just, I'm always like in awe. Like I'm in awe of you because you are this high emotional intelligent person, and I'm basically a knuckle dragging monkey.
No, you're coming along. I'm joking.
I'm not coming along. But it always impresses me when you could see someone has really worked hard at emotional intelligence.
Right, and it's just taking that time and energy, setting that intention, and where our attention goes, our energy flows, and we get good at the things that we spend time on and practice, right?
Right.
And our relationships are the same.
Right. I was just about to say that our relationships are no different than all the other things we throw time at. They take practice, and they take work, and they take focus, and they take effort. And I think it's fair to say, just like anything else you could do that you work at really hard, you can get better at relationships.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here is our challenge as we are, like we said, stepping into a new year, a new decade. I was at the gym this morning. I was at the yoga studio this morning. Full class, because it's that time of year, right? We've set our intentions, we've set our goals, and it's great. It's great. So, but what if we made our relationships a goal and a priority for 2020? What would look different at the end of this year if we did that? We were doing our vision boards, right? We do a vision board exercise every year. We were doing that recently, and in our group, it was really interesting how most of us in our group had relationships as a component of what we were working on as far as goals and just being more intentional. And there was a group of us ladies who each of us had our ladies' time on our vision board as something that was important for us. So what is a relationship that you would like to really invest this month of January? Right?
That's cool.
Spending time cultivating and deepening.
Yeah. Are you asking me, or are you just throwing that out there?
I'm throwing it out in the world of Facebook.
Yeah, because I think if we can start with an idea, like I'm going to focus on this and I really want to be intentional about this, that can do so much, in developing those tools. Right? Yeah. And we can always give support in that.
Absolutely.
Here at Harper Therapy.
Yeah.
These are tools that you can develop. These are strategies that you can develop. These are understandings and compassion and all kinds of things that we can develop.
Empathy is a learned skill.
It is.
But we don't learn it. It's not taught to us, right? Having these conversations, deepening in emotional intelligence, these are learned skills.
Right.
But we very rarely have the opportunity to learn them.
Right. And they're powerful skills when it comes to relationships.
We just know when they're not there, when things are going wrong.
Right, because we feel it's wrong. And typically we don't even know why.
Right.
We just feel it's off and wrong. Right. And it's broken and we can't fix it.
So that is where Harper Therapy can come in and helping you deepening your connection with those people who are most important in your lives, give us a call if we can help. Drop the name of the person that you are going to cultivate a deeper relationship with in the month of January, so that we can all cheer each other on and support each other and see what things look like at the end of the month.
Sounds very cool.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.